Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Let me say thanks to French Quarters Guest Apartments for being our New York City hotel. Let them be your headquarters in New York City. Go to FrenchQuartersNY.com to book your next day. FrenchQuartersNY.com to book your next day. I'm talking with the great Craig Gass, always funny. So listen, you got these gigs coming up. What are you doing? You been doing clubs, theaters when you go to these towns? What have you been doing lately?
I'm going into theaters it's weird. Like some cities I go into theaters. Some cities I'm in clubs, and
right.
I
have the same experience too. Yeah.
So I'm kind of like in an awkward. And then in Canada, across Canada, like after I get done with Toronto, I'm going across Canada. And
you are?
And it's all theaters
that's good.
Across Canada. I didn't actually mention the website. Forgive me. It was getgas.com. Getgas with two S's.com.
And what's your Twitter?
Twitter is at Craig Gass Comedy.
Just as like news in the comedy world, I was just telling Craig during the break. Much kudos to Jimmy Fallon, man. Like, you do some of these talk shows, late night talk shows, your Twitter followers go up maybe 500-600 people. I got to say it publicly, giving props to Jimmy. After I did the Tonight Show, in 24 hours after I was on the Tonight Show, I got 14,000 more Twitter followers. Wow. And they're all from watching that, you can tell. And they're all the type of people you want to have. They're the type of people who buy tickets to stand-up shows. Like, they're younger people. 14,000 Twitter followers. So God bless, man. The Tonight Show's the show to do.
I just try to build an audience by posting the weirdest pictures.
Pictures are fun to goof around with and write like a caption underneath on Twitter.
Right, but also like weird situations.
Yeah.
Like on my Facebook page, I have an incredible amount of just weird pictures. I was at a heavy metal concert 2 years ago. Slayer and Megadeth.
And you still love these bands, man. You still love going. Slayer's a real heavy. Hardcore, man.
Yeah,
Slayer never went commercial like Metallica.
Anyone who's into Slayer knows what the burn of crystal meth is. Like that's Slayer and Megadeth. And
they've been around 30 years.
And so the guys in Slayer and Megadeth, believe it or not, are huge comedy fans.
Yeah.
And they come out to comedy shows all the time. So I hit them up to try to bring some comedians, and we go backstage. And we're walking to the backstage area, and this guy in the backstage area of the Slayer concert is walking towards me. He goes, Craig, Craig, right? The comedian? I go, yeah. And he goes, hey, I just want to say hi. I love all your stuff, man. My name's Kenny. And I go, hey, Kenny, are you Kenny G? And he goes, yeah. And I go, what the hell are you doing at a Slayer concert? And he goes,
the clarinet player, Kenny G.
He goes, my kid's a big metalhead. Right at that moment.
His kid's a big metalhead.
And at that moment, a Slayer fan pounces on Kenny G and goes, what's up, Kenny G Slayer? What's up, dude? Ooh. Like, that's how all Slayer fans, I don't know if I'm doing that right. Ooh.
That sounds right.
Sounds like a cookie. I don't know. It sounds cookie. I like cookies. I don't know. I'm going to work on that. All right, but anyway, so while Satan is talking to Kenny G, I look over at my buddy and I go, dude, got my camera. That's Kenny G. Kenny G knows who I am. Just take a picture. Make it look natural. And I go, hey, Kenny. Hey, what were you saying about and this is my natural, look that I'm trying to do. And I see my friend with my camera phone going, what do I push? Nobody knows how to operate a camera phone anymore. And I'm trying to keep
You need a 10-year-old kid. They know what they're doing.
And I'm trying to keep Kenny G in the general vicinity when the singer of Megadeth walks behind us and stops behind Dave Mustaine stops behind me and Kenny G. And I hear him say to his friends, are you guys leaving? All right, you want to say a prayer? All right, let's do this.
Oh, God.
And they formed a prayer circle behind me and Kenny G.
Want to pray to Satan with us?
Yeah, and I'm looking over at my buddy with the camera going, take the friggin' picture, man. And he got it, and it's on my Facebook page.
You know what the voice you just did reminds me of? The voice of, there was a band called Merciful Fate. They had a song called Buried Alive, and I couldn't sleep for 2 weeks after my buddy Joe Muccio played it for me in high school. The guy goes, they lowered me down into that hole in the ground.
It was always like,
we gotta take another break.
Going to the devil.
Buried alive.
So look at the pictures. Facebook.com/I love gas.
I want to take a break and talk to you more about your ability to get some attention on there, because it happened to me.
All right.
Back after this. Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Oh, it was Venom, not Merciful Fate. Buried Alive. Let's hear some of that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I scream out for help, but they hear not a sound.
Couldn't sleep for 2 weeks.
That's a pick me up.
Buried alive.
The first time I ever did meth was also the first time I ever listened to Slayer, and
you
it was
don't hear
also
that sentence a lot.
And it was also the first time I'd ever worked out. There was a really intense guy that I used to party with at school.
Boy,
who said,
your head was going all. You were working out, doing meth, and listening to Slayer. You're really going in a lot of different directions.
Yeah, this guy that I used to, party with said, he goes, man, you should work out, man. You ever work out? He was a really intense guy, and I go, no, man. He goes, yeah, but you work out. He goes, yeah, dude, come to my house, man.
You should do meth and work out.
Yeah, I got some weights and stuff. So we go to his house. And
I got some weights.
He goes, you ever do meth? And I go, no. And he goes, it's just like coke. So we do a couple lines. My eyes are tearing up. I'm crying.
Was
and
it glassy? Was it
yeah,
like
it was really
shards?
glassy. Really bad. Yeah.
Oh.
And so then we walk over to his free weights, and he's like, yeah, man. He goes, hey, you like Slayer, dude? Dude, Slayer's the best, man. We're going to put some Slayer. He starts playing it, and he goes, you like that? You like it? And he's turning up. He's like, so like
eventually that guy's going to ask this question. You want to die? Let's die. Let's just die. Wait, did you ever die? Let's die.
Slayer sounds like the chef from the Muppet Show.
They are scary.
Yeah,
they are scary.
I couldn't handle it, man. The whole thing was just like, can you just turn it down?
And you got to hear, because Metallica basically became a band you could play on Z100.
Yeah.
Slayer just stayed that thing.
With the devil.
With the devil.
Hanging out with the devil, man. Yeah. That's Slayer. They are an intense, hardcore band.
Do you have a favorite band of all time?
No.
Is it hard to say?
Honestly, I love a lot of different music. My all-time favorite concert is Billy Joel. It has nothing to do with any of that.
The guy just plays the hits. He plays the hits.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, get real quick, because we're out of time. I know you got to leave. I wish you could stay. You got to leave. Give us the plugs real quick again.
Regent Theater in Arlington, Massachusetts, outside of Boston. This weekend. Next weekend, the Rex Theater in Pittsburgh. The weekend after that, Xfinity Live in Philadelphia. The weekend after that, the Royal Theater in Toronto. All the dates are at getgas.com. Get gas with 2 S's.
Craig, I love you. Come back anytime.
I love it.
The great Craig Guest. Back in.
Thank you, buddy.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.